My $1,400 Tahoe payment was bad. His truck payment is $1,600 a month.
What is your car payment?
$1,386.
Here's how much money you need to make to afford a 2023 Honda Accord. Then you divide this by 0.1, multiply by 12, and this is how much you need to make.
She literally has no car payment. I've had 3 cars. I have $1,000 car payment, okay?
Look at that number right there. That's my car payment.
I refuse to believe that I am the only person with a high car payment, and I refuse to believe that my husband is the only man with a high truck payment.
Welcome back. Excuse my chubby cheeks. I just got my wisdom teeth removed a few days ago, so I'm still a little swollen, so bear with me. But today we have a lot to get into. This is maybe my favorite subject of this finance space, is like Americans and their car payments and their loans. So I'm super excited. I want to start today with the $1.6 trillion, the big number, which is how much Americans owe on their auto loans. But I want to focus on another number, which I think may be more important, which is the auto delinquency rate, which is 30 days past due of not making a payment. And that number has gone up a lot and it's not slowing down. That's higher than it has been for over a decade. And it has no signs of slowing down. So I'm pretty curious what's going to happen from here. So we'll keep track. I'll do another video. All right. So let's pull up the first video. These ones have been going viral. I just picked like the most outrageous ones. So these are obviously like insane and outrageous, but I thought they were super fun.
Hey sir, what is your car payment?
Mine is $1,325.
And what kind of vehicle is that?
It's a 22 Ford Raptor.
Okay. You have another payment?
I do actually. My wife's, hers is $1,000. It's a 22 Ford Expedition.
Hey ma'am, what is your car payment?
$1,386.
And what kind of car requires a $1,386 payment?
A 2022 Grand Wagoneer Series 3.
Perfect. Hey sir, what is your car payment?
I got a couple of them, but the first one's $1,445.
What kind of car is that?
That's a new GMC Sierra 2500 Denali.
What's the other one?
It's a wide body CTSV. That's $1,161.
This dealership alone, I mean, I think it's propping it up. It's like half of the 1.6 trillion. There's just this dealership.
You serious?
Hey sir, what is your car payment?
Bro, what's your car payment? And what kind of car are you driving?
You know, honestly, I was about to make my car payment. I'll even show you. It's kind of funny, everybody's talking about high payments. Look at that number right there. That's my car payment.
Dang!
2021 wide body Hellcat Charger.
Here's how much money
It almost sounds like he's bragging. I don't know why. I don't think you should be bragging about that. But I like to read your guys' comments. So I'm curious what your guys' car loans are. Are you beating these people? I hope not. But comment down below. Let me know what your car payments are. I'd be curious, like maybe the loans and the term length. I'd want to go through them because I like to read people's comments. Just like on my last video, I did a video on DoorDash and how it's expensive, a luxury you probably shouldn't be paying for, blah, blah, blah. So this guy, I asked in the comments, I asked him what he thought of the car market. So he says, oh geez, the kids are signing some crazy car loans these days. And that goes right along with paying someone to get your food for you. And then he goes on to say, and you don't need them, or he's talking about the dealerships. Dealerships are making money off you and you don't need them. I'd have to be a stinking rich just to go buy a new car off a lot. And he's not wrong per se, because the average new car is about 47 grand, a little over 47 grand, which is pretty high. I mean, it's been kind of steady up and it's been seasonal, but then it just kind of spikes right into 2020, 2021. So it's coming back down. It's on a downtrend. People don't have as much money. It's a lot harder nowadays, but yes, he's right. This is tough. And people may say, well, just get a used car. Well, in 2019, about half of the used cars were under 20 grand, right? Not too bad. But in 2023, that 50% of used cars under 20 grand is now at 12%. So I'm not sure. I don't know the stats for 2024. Maybe you can comment if you know that. But to go from 50% to 12% just seems like you're going to price out the market, which sucks. So I don't want to just focus this video on looking at the stats. I want to kind of pull up ways that you should be looking at these car loans. And this guy has a great approach.
To make to afford a 2023 Honda Accord. Start off, we're using the 24-10 rule. 20% down, 4-year finance or less, and it cannot be more than 10% of your monthly income. The build I have is the base model at $28,390. So we take that, put 20% down, and you're gonna need a loan for $22,712. Forget the maintenance cost is gonna be about $400 annually, which is about $33 a month. And insurance is gonna run you a little bit over $1,300, which is about $109 a month. So we take our loan amount, plug in a 3.9% interest rate, and our monthly financing cost is $512. So you take 512, you add in maintenance and insurance, then you divide this by 0.1, multiply by 12, and this is how much you need to make, $78,408 a year to comfortably afford a 2023 Honda Accord. Let me know in the comment section, does this sound about right?
So he's talking about the 24-10 rule. So if you don't know what that is, that's 20% down, 4-year loan, term length, which is 48 months. You don't want it super long, otherwise you're just going to be paying more and more interest the longer you go out. And the 10 is 10%, no more than 10% of your monthly gross income, so everything before taxes. So you want to keep that below 10%. I think it's a good general rule. Everyone's different, but it's kind of a starting point, something that you should look at before you get a car. I went through the comments on this video, and this girl says, nobody making $78K is driving a base Accord. I think they are. I'm pretty sure they are. I mean, my car is not worth that much, and I'm making a little more than that. So people like to drive around used cars, and they take pride in that, and that's okay to not have a car payment. But this girl, it's like so unfathomable to her that you're making this pretty decent money and you're driving a base Accord. Oh, God forbid you're driving a base Accord around.
Please, no! 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 No!
And then there's this poor girl in the comments. She said, I bought a 47K 2023 Ford Bronco and I make nowhere close to that. She put 6K down and she's paying $760 a month for 82 months, which is almost 7 years. So she's stretching out the loan length to get the monthly payments down. But she's right in the average, right? 47K, $760 a month for 82 months. So the average monthly payment on new cars has spiked since 2021, just because of the interest rates. The interest rates spiked around that time too. So the average, she's right in the average, is around $730 something a month. She's right there. And then the used, which I thought was pretty interesting too, also spiked around the same time, and it's almost $550. So either way you look at it, the payments are spiking up, mostly because of the interest rates. Those are really hurting, and people are paying a lot of interest now, which is what I want to focus to on this video. Pay attention to your interest rate, because that's a big deal, and we're going to get into it on the other videos. At least that girl put 6K down. Let's look at this guy, how much he put down.
All right, guys, it's Steve. I got you rolling here. I had to help my boy out. Came and picked up this new Ram Rebel, $500 down. How was your experience here today, bro?
Man, it was a great. It was 10 out of 10. I recommend coming to him again.
Book your appointment today at Steve Got You Rolling. You'll be rolling off today. Congratulations, bro.
Appreciate it.
Yes. Let's look at this.
$500 down. So I did some digging because that's a nice truck. I do like the Ram Rebel, and the base one is around 55 grand. He's a first-time buyer, and he's absolutely getting wrecked. I can 100% guarantee he's getting wrecked. So I went through the comments on this one too. They're pretty funny. I kind of have followed this guy, Steve-O Got Me Rolling. He just puts people in like some nutty car loans, and he just kind of keeps chugging along. So I looked at these comments, and one says $1,500 a month payments, 5,000% APR, $900 a month. Bro's gonna be paying it off for the rest of his life. I think they're right. I don't know if he's gonna make it. I hope he does, or I hope he makes $1 billion and can pay that off, because he's gonna be hurt by this. Like, make no mistake, this is kind of funny, but it's sad. I want people to look at the numbers and maybe make a better decision off of that. I mean, maybe he would have made the same decision if he knew the numbers, but who knows? He'll probably end up like this though.
Car thing. He opened it in 2021, so late 2021, so it was just a year ago. It was like before your whole bumming off of people. 61-month term. That's why your payment's so low. 61-month term.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, monthly payment $220. You've paid $1,378 in interest, but only $1,000 to principal. Number of times past due, $8. 8 times past due, and you've only had this for a year. So 8 months out of the last 14 months you've had this have been past due. 8 of 14. No wonder. I can't wait to look at your credit. It has to be terrible. This is crazy. Number of times with inefficient funds, 2. Number of past times due, 8. 14% interest. What is this car? What even is this?
Don't say BMW. Don't say BMW.
I drive a 2013 BMW Active Hybrid Series 5.
How'd you get a BMW?
I loved it.
When it comes,
As long as he loved it. I'm pretty surprised that it didn't get repoed because that amount of monthly payments missed, I think it was 8 out of 14. I don't know how it got repoed. That would be a fun video. I want to do like a repo edition, just go over like TikToks of people's being repoed. I guess it's not that funny, but that's why I'm making this video. So people have a little intentionality with their money so they know what they're doing when they buy a car, okay? But a repo edition would be fun. Maybe that's on the list to do. So we talked about the interest and how important it is, and this summarizes it pretty good.
To a car and having a 500 credit score, like Jesus, like 15% interest rate, $678 a month, and this is the same auto loan, right? $28,500, $12,000 in interest alone. By just going up to a 680 FICO score, which yes, it takes a lot of hard work and determination, your payment now is going from $678 to $538 a month. But look at the interest, almost half, right? It's actually like right on half, absolutely. And then if you have a FICO of 710 and above, you're only looking at a $2,200 interest, right? 3% interest, $512, right? So it's definitely one of those things that you want to make sure that you work on in an auto loan.
He's completely right. And when you lay out those numbers, I mean, people probably don't know. So that's why we're going over it. That was like almost a $10,000 difference or whatever it was. And it's just the APR that you're paying. Same car, same APR, but this one's paying like 9,000 interest, 10,000 interest, and this other one's paying a couple thousand. This chick went super viral for her car payments. And I'm going to look at 2 videos from her. One is her first one, and then another is her response. This one's pretty fun.
Do y'all want to know what is worse than my Tahoe payment? You guys thought that was bad. Wait till you hear this one. It's my husband's truck. My husband drives a 2020 GMC AT4 Sierra 1500. We bought it in August of 2022. Financed it for $78,000. He still has a remaining balance of, I think it's $72,000 or $74,000. I haven't really checked recently. His payments are $1,600 a month. So y'all thought my $1,400 Tahoe payment was bad. His truck payment is $1,600 a month with an APR of 14%.
She's so happy. I don't know why she's so happy. That sounds pretty scary to me. I did the math for you. They're paying around $1,580 a month in interest alone. That's not going towards the car. Almost $1,600 a month just on interest. Boom. That's like 19 grand in the first year. Just gone. Out of here. Poof. And then the next year, 17 grand just on interest. Poof. Not even going towards your cars. I mean, it's okay to want to have a nice car or drive a nice car. It's okay. But I want you to understand what you're doing. They're paying like over 30 grand in the first couple of years just on interest. You could just buy another car. So I just want them to know. And she has a follow-up. And let's see what she has to say.
I want to know what y'all's car payments are every month. Because
Me too, comment.
I refuse to believe that I am the only person with a high car payment, and I refuse to believe that my husband is the only man with a high truck payment. I can look online and find a hoopty, and it's going to be like $15,000. That is wild. So please, tell me what your car payments are, because I need to prove a point.
All right, prove her point. Comment down below. Let me know what your car payment is and if it's as much as this girl's and her husband's. So I do want to touch on the hoopty thing. I had to look that up on Urban Dictionary. It's like a, like a trash car or whatever, like a Saturn Ion 2004, something like that. It's like it's a trash car, beat up, 15 grand. And like, she's right. The used cars have gone up, and yeah, it is harder. I know I'm gonna get people saying like, well, I have to drive a car, all this. You're right, you have to, but it's important to understand the numbers, and everyone's situation is different. Okay, so let's go on to the last couple videos. This one is insane.
Let this be you. 28% on an auto loan, that's a no-go. Your interest rate should not be no more than 6%, maybe 7%. So let's work on your credit so this won't be you. Look at his monthly payments, more than my mortgage.
The other day,
I'm looking at the 96-month loan. That's what these auto dealers do. They're like, what is your monthly payment? That is the wrong way to look at it. Don't look at your monthly payment. That's the wrong way, because the farther you stretch it out, your monthly payment is going down, but the more interest you're going to pay. And it's just not right. You don't want to be paying that. Get it off. Get a paid off car. It feels really good. Trust me. This is the last video. I really like this one. It's a little long, but bear with me. She's pretty funny. She's the bougie car girl. So she's saying not having a car payment is greater than being bougie. Maybe she's right. Let's see.
I was driving with my sister in her car. She's like 2 years older than me. And she's had the same car since she was in high school, like her senior year or whatever. She got her car and she's had it. It's paid off completely, okay? And I got my car when I was a senior as well. But when I got my car, there was no more key. Like, you don't put your key in the ignition, it's a push start. So I've always had cars with push start all my life. And I've had 3 cars, okay? My sister has had the same car since high school. So the other day when I went with her, she was driving and all I hear is the keys dangling. I was like, that's annoying. And then I was like, how are you gonna back out without a camera? Because she literally grew up without a backup camera. I cannot drive without a backup camera. Like, I need to see what's back there. And then like to go into drive and park and all that, she has the little stick thing. I don't know what it's called. And my cars have always had buttons, look, like this. See all the buttons? Okay, so I was like, how do you even drive this car? Like, I'm not even trying to be mean or be like annoying, but I was like, oh my gosh, this is so crazy. But she literally has no car payment. I've had 3 cars. I have $1,000 car payment, okay? She is smart. She does not have a car payment. And I'm like, wow, I should have kept my first car.
At least she's a little introspective about it, and it's okay. Look, she bought her cars. Maybe she loves her car. I think that's okay, but it's important to just do it right and know your numbers. That was kind of the point of the video. So that is it. That's all I got for you guys. I love this subject. I'm gonna do another one. Maybe I'll do the repo, but I got some more. I want to look up like used cars, maybe look up some of your car payments and stuff like that. So comment down below. I want to know your guys' car payments and the loans and what cars you guys got. Just comment and subscribe, like the video, all that good stuff. All right, and I'll see you guys on the next one.